be heading in to see Spider-Man Homecoming. I am very, very, very excited. We'll see what happens. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Laura Chronicles. So we're here with my friend JB, and we're going to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. I feel like it could have looked better. Oh. So we want to do this as spoiler-free as possible, but I have to admit, when I first had the idea of making this video, before I saw the movie, I thought it was going to be easier to talk about it, which is why I delayed posting this, was because my favorite scene in the movie is a spoiler. It is one of the kind of like, moments that you are not expecting, and so we can't really discuss that, unfortunately.
No, we cannot.
So we're here to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. I need you to give me all your thoughts on it right now.
Absolutely an A+. I loved it. The cinematography was perfect. I loved the acting, the casting. It was on point. They nailed it this time.
I have to say, I was really happy that it turned out really well. I wasn't sure what it was gonna be like. When they first brought in Spider-Man into like the MCU, I was a little like apprehensive about the idea, because I thought, like the Marvel MCU was already so big, it had so many characters going on, and when they announced that he was going to be brought into like Civil Wars, I was like, okay, like he's already been through so much, we've already done 2 installments of him, how good is this going to turn out? But I have to say, like, Tom Holland brought it.
He did.
He is Spider-Man. I truly believe that he is. He's our real life Spider-Man. He is so sweet.
He definitely was. 2 years ago, when I found out about Tom Holland being cast as the new Spider-Man, I was very disappointed, and I found it a bit ridiculous. He's our 3rd Spider-Man in the past 10 years. 10 years ago, they released Spider-Man 3. Then not even 5 years later, they released The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, which is just ridiculous.
Okay, so I have to admit, like, I am the kind of person that will still appreciate a terrible movie. I can attest to that. But, I mean, like, no offense to Andrew Garfield. He's like an incredible actor. And he's done a lot of really good films. But I don't think he was the right fit for Spider-Man, unfortunately. And I think he really brought down the idea of making a 3rd one, because people thought only the first one will really stand up to, like, the real comics. But with this one, they really brought it. We can attest to this, if anybody hasn't seen it. You're gonna be surprised. It really does stick to like the comics and the truth like of Spider-Man and the real Spider-Man that we all expected when we read the comics. And I like that. And like I was saying, Tom is Spider-Man in a lot of ways in real life. I've been following him on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff and seeing all he does. And he goes out to like children's hospitals. He brings like the Spider-Man suit, and he like genuinely cares. Like, this is not like, you can tell it's not a publicity thing, it's him. And so I think it's really important to support actors like that. But we're actually going to talk about the film, even though I could go for hours talking about just him, but we're gonna get back to the film. So, what was your first thought? First of all, what was it like to just get in to see it so early on?
Getting to see it early on felt like an honor. We saw it last Saturday at Chinook, which is this big theatre in Calgary, where we live. Getting there was a bit strange because it was a holiday for the most part. It was a Stampede breakfast where people line up, and we both got our tickets because we volunteered at the Comic Expo.
Yay! Shout out to the expo, we love you guys. Because we got there early, like before the screening, about half an hour earlier, because we thought, we need to get good seats. Unfortunately, this year, it turns out there weren't a lot of people going, so just enough for one theater. And when we got there, a lot of people had the same thought as we did, and they got there like hours earlier, and we ended up sitting really close to the front.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it was really cool.
Yes, it was. I sat at the 2nd row at the very front, and it was not a pleasant experience. It was not.
I'm sorry, I felt so bad. I wear glasses, as you can tell, and it was just way too close for me. So I managed to get a seat, like a little loner seat, a little bit further back, about 3rd or 4th row from the screen. and I think it was better. It was great.
By the end of the movie, my neck was so sore. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Just like leaning up against my chair like this. And, like watching all the action happen. Yeah.
Okay, so like I was saying, I got my glasses. This is like not a spoiler, but there is a scene that there is a lot of kind of like light shows happening. You know what scene I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And when you guys see it, if you haven't seen it yet, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it blinded me a little bit. Like, it was kind of like being in a room with a strobe light, since I was so close up and I was like trying really hard. And I'm like, where's Spider-Man? Where are you looking? Oh, I still see him. Okay, good. But yeah, other than that, it was really good to see the movie, and we got a pretty good view. So back to the actual movie. It's an incredible movie. I think it stuck really well to like the principles of who Spider-Man is and who a kid is. Like, we're a little older now, and I did feel that little, like, I felt sad. I felt older because I felt like I couldn't connect to him as much as I would have if I was 15. But you know what? It was really great. I really loved the way he played the character. I have to say, my favorite character was Michelle. I heard from like a lot of the interviewers when I was watching the interviews and stuff that she was like such a cool character and all that. And I was like, are they just playing it because Zendaya was playing it? Who I love, by the way, but you know, like there's hype around her. But no, they were right. Like, her character was on point. She had the best lines.
Yes, she did.
My favorite line in the movie was done by her.
I think that Tom Holland and Zendaya are the quirkiest actors of our time. They're so cool. They're like when they're in character, they're amazing. Like, they can act.
I love seeing this. I don't know if you saw this, but I knew Tom was British. But a lot of people are like, what? He's British. And I thought that like goes to him because he does a really good accent. Like, the first time I saw it, I would have not known that he was British if I didn't know previously. And shout out to Jacob. I think Jacob did a really good job. Ned is also a really fun character. I want the guy in the chair for me. Come on, Ned. I need a Ned in my life. What else? I thought there was so much stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I can't. There's so much. I think the problem with me is that everything that I really like is all the stuff that will totally spoil it for you guys. So I'm gonna let GB handle this part. What was your favorite thing in the movie?
My favorite thing in the movie would have to be the relationship between the protagonist and antagonist of the movie.
Yes. I think, I think how they resolve their issues. That's all I'm going to say. I think it really showed who Spider-Man is. Like, it showed the pureness of his character, and that made me really emotional. I think it was really good. Tom really did back up emotions. Like, my mom also watched the movie that day that we were watching it. And
I was so close to crying because he was crying.
Me too.
Like,
my mom cried, guys.
It was very intense.
He made my mom cry. So Tom, if you ever watch this, my mom loves you, and you made her cry. That's how much she felt for you. So I don't know. I think it's like there's so much about it that I want to say. I want to say just watch the movie. I think it's a really incredible movie. I think it really deserves all the praise it's gotten, and I'm really proud to say it's one of my favorite Spider-Man movies ever. And I've seen all of them, so that says a lot. I think it's the Spider-Man of our generation, and I think he really brought it. I don't want to compare him to Tobey because, like...
Tobey's the original.
Because Tobey's the OG,
Yeah, and he's the one that we grew up with, but now that we're older, we're able to see Spider-Man's true potential.
Yeah, I don't want to like go too controversial on it because I think like Tobey's also like a really favorite of mine, a big favorite. His movies were incredible, and you can't change that. It's like the older movies that you have from your childhood; they're always going to be there for you. Like, they'll redo, like, for example, they redid Cinderella, and I love the new one, but like mine is still like the animated version that I love from the beginning. You can't switch that for me, so I'm gonna compare it to that. I think it's a really incredible remake, and I think Marvel brought it. I was really excited that he's, coming home, this homecoming, and I think it was well deserved. So I'm excited to see all that's gonna come up. I was really excited about who Michelle turned out to be. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I did not expect it, actually. It was like, there was so much like stuff around her character, and like Zendaya was saying everybody did not believe who she was. And once her name got announced, I have to admit, I was like, I'm sure it's that. It's just that. But I also heard that she got like a 3-year contract or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what's her character gonna be? But these surprised me.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
When she got the 3-year contract, like I was on Reddit and there were so many theories behind, like
So
why
many.
she's spending 3 years
So
on the
many.
whole franchise.
I'm gonna say like the Tombs connection. I was not expecting that. So what we meant at this part is that there's a Tombs connection that we were not expecting, not that he's connected to Michelle. Just clarifying. That really got me, that Tombs connection. Like, you know, the Vulture connection, like his last name is Tombs. I was not expecting that whatsoever. That was not what I read in the speculations. I did not stick to a lot of speculations either because I knew there was a lot of, people always have something to say. And a lot of made up stuff, and I didn't want to ruin it for me. I do have to say this though, there is this like, I'm not gonna like call them out on it, like directly, I'm not gonna like name them, but there's like the Zendaya fan page, so if you watch this, I'm sorry, I'm calling you out on this, who spoiled the movie for me on Zendaya's character before I saw it, and I saw it like the day right after it came out, so, like not even the day, like what, 12 hours after it came out we saw it, like it wasn't even that long, so like guys, come on. Your fan page, like if you want to share something like that revealing, why don't you do it on your personal page? How about that? Just a thought.
Wait 1 week.
Yeah, like everybody, I was talking to another fan page, and they were telling me how like they had to wait until the 12th, which is why I waited so long to post this video, because like it didn't come out on the same day for everybody, and I think like that's something you gotta keep in mind if you're like a public figure or if you're speaking for a public figure in a way. So. Don't ruin it for people, guys. I think it's nice that you get to go in and see that for the first time. Because I saw the movie twice, and since I knew like there was stuff coming up, like I couldn't enjoy it as much. I just kept watching my friends who were watching for the first time, and I was like, okay, what's your reaction to me to this moment? But I was literally watching them instead of like what actually happened because I knew what was happening. So I can attest to that. It's better to just keep it wrapped up so people can be surprised the first time they see it. So we're gonna give a shout out to like the actors. They did a really good job. We were really happy with it. They got me hyped for this for so many months, so they better bring it for the second movie because I'm gonna be waiting. And now I don't really know what to do with my life in terms of Spider-Man. There's so much I want to see, and like it's done. 2 hours is not enough, guys. Release the extra tapes, release the outtakes. I want to see more. We
want to see the bloopers and everything, every single scene.
We want to see like Tom doing his little dance.
Absolutely.
I saw that interview, that was so good. We want more, please. So please bring it back. And if you guys see this, like any of the actors, that'd be really impressive if I ever got them to see this. But we love you. It was really great, and please be our friends. You guys seem like really fun people. I think it'd be really great. Okay, signing out. Hi guys, so I just want to say, of course, not everything was included from the filming. We only did one take with this, so there's some stuff I was iffy about. I feel like I was funny in some stuff, but we're gonna go with the flow. There's some stuff we forgot to mention. So I forgot to say that I'm really happy this movie was extremely inclusive. I think it shouldn't have to be mentioned, but I mean, I gotta mention it because I think it was a good thing that they did this. I'm so proud of Marvel for taking a step in that direction and making sure that all fans are included in this, and that it's shown that, like, you know, real high school does look like this. Like, there is no just like one race. There's like multiple races in it. And I thought that was really fun. I'm glad to hear that the actors were cast based on their ability to play their characters and not based on how they fit into the idea of the characters or what they should look like. I just want to give a shout out, obviously, to my girl Zendaya. You did amazing. It's incredible this was your first movie. I hope to see you in a lot more. Of course, Tom was incredible. The best Spider-Man ever. Of course, like I said before, we're not including Tobey Maguire in this like mention of this because I feel like they're not comparable. They're both incredible in their own way. I am a huge Spider-Man fan, as you can tell. And this, I really wish I could have gotten signed by like Todd McFarlane, but he was here this year. But it will happen. I'll make sure it happens. To the rest of the cast, I thought you guys were all incredible. Tony, you were a really amazing like Flash. I really liked it. I hope to see you again, even though you're kind of a bully. I love Ned. I really do. Harrison, I didn't get to mention this earlier, but Harrison, who's like Tom's assistant, got a part in the movie, sort of, in a way. He got to be Tom's double for like one day or something. He did like a cameo, so I'm really happy that you got to be in it too, because I know he's a big part of this too. And I'm really, really happy with everything. I can't say anything else. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.